Hi girls and boys, I am going to be reading Fly Guy Presents Insects by Ted Arnold. As I am reading this, I will take some pauses if you would like to get out the comprehension sheet that goes along with this book, and I will pause and let you fill in the answers if you would like to do that as I read. So, Fly Guy Presents Insects. A boy had a pet fly named Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name, Buzz. Buzz and Fly Guy were outside. Fly Guy wanted to look for insects. Buzz was a little worried. "Some insects are scary," he said. "Flies?" asked Fly Guy. "I know, Fly Guy, you're an insect," said Buzz, "and you are not scary. I have nothing to be afraid of." They set off to discover more, and they're headed to the Tangley Woods Nature Trail. There are more than 1 million different kinds of insects. Everybody look at number 1 on your page. There are more than 1 million different kinds of insects. Insects live all over the world. They live on every continent, even Antarctica. Many people call insects bugs, but not all insects are bugs. A bug is a kind of insect. Bugs have a mouth shaped like a straw. True bugs include milkweed bugs, box elder bugs, and stink bugs. Insects have been on Earth for hundreds of millions of years. They crawled and buzzed around even before the dinosaurs. Long ago, insects were much bigger than they are today. A giant dragonfly's wings stretched over 2 feet long. That's the same as the wingspan of an Arctic puffin. Arthropleura was like a giant centipede. It was 6 feet long. That's the average length of a lion. All insects have a life cycle. A life cycle is made up of the changes that happen to the insect from the beginning of its life until it dies. Most insects hatch from eggs. The insect grows into a larva. Fly larvae are called maggots. Larvae molt or get rid of their old skin to grow bigger. Next, the insect becomes a pupa. The pupa hides in a shell or cocoon. There, it changes into an adult. This is called metamorphosis. Some insects, such as aphids, give birth to live young. Oh, we need to go back to number 2. Most insects hatch from A lifespan is the amount of time that a creature lives. Insects do not all have the same lifespan. Adult mayflies live for only 1 or 2 nights. Some insects, such as a queen ant, can live up to 30 years. Insects have cool bodies. Mammals, like humans, have bones on the inside, but insects wear their hard parts on the outside. This is called an exoskeleton. Look at number 3. Insects have a hard outer body called an exoskeleton. An insect's body is made up of 3 parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Look at number 4. An insect's body has how many parts? An insect's body has 3 parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The head is where the eyes, mouth parts, and antennae are found. Antennae help insects taste, smell, touch, and even hear. The thorax is the middle part of an insect. It holds the legs. All insects have 6 legs. The thorax also holds the wings if the insect has them. The abdomen holds the insect's stomach. If the insect has a stinger, it is found here. Spiders have 8 legs. Are they insects? They are not insects. Insects such as wasps, hornets, and some ants have stingers. Most of them use their stingers to protect themselves. Some wasps use their stingers to catch food. Honeybees die after they use their stinger. Usually, insects do not sting humans, but some insects will sting humans when they think they are in danger. For most people, insect stings are simply annoying and slightly painful or itchy. But some people are allergic to insect stings. They should seek medical care right away if stung. And on this page, you're going to see a honeybee, a wasp, a hornet, and a red ant, all with stingers. Not all insects eat the same food. Many insects munch on plants. Butterflies eat nectar from flowers. Other insects, such as mosquitoes, eat blood. To avoid bites, wear long sleeves and pants and use insect repellent when you're outside. Insects such as cockroaches and ants eat almost anything, even crumbs on the floor. And you're going to see a swallowtail butterfly, a blue morpho butterfly, and a cockroach. And Buzz is saying, "Fly guy, that's gross." Insects also have different ways of eating. Some insects, like grasshoppers and caterpillars, chew their food. Other insects suck it up using a special body part called a proboscis. Mosquitoes suck up food like they are drinking through a straw. The straw is the proboscis. And you're going to see a caterpillar, a grasshopper, a mosquito. Some insects seem to have superpowers. There are insects that can glow. This is called bioluminescence. Fireflies, also called lightning bugs, are not really flies or bugs. They are beetles. They have special chemicals in their abdomens. When the chemicals meet oxygen, the fireflies' abdomens light up. Fireflies use their lights to help find other fireflies. They also light up to warn animals not to eat them. The glowing chemicals taste bad. There are insects that can survive underwater, and some can live in very hot deserts. And one that can live underwater is the diving beetle, and the one that can live in the desert is called the desert locust. Okay, on this page, get ready for questions number 5, 6, and 7. The world is full of amazing insects. Fairy flies are the smallest insects on Earth. These wasps can only be seen under a microscope. Look at number 5. Blank are the smallest insects on Earth. Fairy flies are the smallest insects on Earth. The longest insect is Chan's megastick. It is 22 inches long. Harvester ants are the most poisonous insects on the planet. Look at number 6. Harvester ants are the most poisonous insects on the planet. In the air, the southern giant darner dragonfly is the speediest insect. It can fly as fast as a car, going 35 miles per hour. Oh, look at number 7. Who can fly as fast as 35 miles per hour? The southern giant darner dragonfly is the speediest insect. On land, the speed record goes to the cockroach. Cockroaches can run at about 3.5 miles per hour. Cockroaches are tough. They can live for days without a head. And on this page, you're going to see the fairy fly, Chan's megastick, the harvester ant, the darner dragonfly, and the cockroach. Flies are awesome insects. There are 120,000 species or types of flies. All flies are in the order Diptera, and a person who studies or collects flies is called a dipterist. Flies' eyes are special. They have compound eyes. Compound eyes are not good at seeing far away, but they are great at detecting movement. Compound eyes have many different lenses to see out of. Each eye can have up to 30,000 different lenses. If something gets close, a fly can plan an escape route in less than 1 second. Most flies don't bite animals, but some flies, like deer flies and horse flies, do. They drink blood. Flies sleep a lot. They sleep between 9 and 15 hours each night. They are speedy flyers. A fly can zoom around at 45 miles per hour. A fly's wings beat 200 times per second. Look at your question number 8. Scientists who study insects are called blank. Scientists who study insects are called entomologists. Entomologists. Entomologists sometimes go on expeditions or special trips to look for insects. They study insects where they live, and they live everywhere. Insects live in treetops, in hot deserts, underground, on animals, and even in frozen Antarctica. Fly Guy says, in jars too. Millions of insects live in tropical rainforests. Most of them live in the canopy layer or the top of the trees. As many as 1,000 different types of insects have been found in just one tree in a rainforest canopy. Insects are good for the world. They are part of the food chain. They eat plants and other insects, and they can be food for other animals too. People can eat insects. In Thailand, grasshoppers make a tasty snack. And fancy restaurants in Mexico serve ant eggs. Look at number 10. People in Mexico sometimes eat blank eggs. And fancy restaurants in Mexico serve ant eggs. Insects are important to us. Plants would not be able to grow without them. When insects such as bees and butterflies land on flowers, they pollinate them. Only then can fruits and vegetables grow. So look back at number 9, we skipped it. When insects land on flowers and plants, they help to blank them. Pollinate them. Bees also make honey. Yum. So on this page, you're going to see some fried ant eggs and some ants, and you're going to see fried grasshoppers and the bees on their honeycomb and a bee pollinating a cherry tree. Insects are great, said Buzz. I didn't know they were so amazing. Now, Buzz knew for sure that Fly Guy was the coolest pet on the planet. Buzz and Fly Guy couldn't wait for their next adventure.